How was Andre at singles?
Andre's great. When I'm off the court and then I get to see him play against someone else, that's just as fun. And why?
Sure.
Because I get to see the Andre backhand, boom, open court line. It was like a smaller version of what I saw for 20 years on the tennis court.
So
It was identical. The mannerisms, the movement, and that's the cool part because he's a very analytical guy.
Yeah.
Certified McNasty.
All right, welcome to another episode of Certified McNasty. I am your host, Matt McNasty, alongside
Jason Adler.
caffeinated Jason Adler.
No coffee this morning, so I got to do it.
You look a little tired?
Yeah, a little tired, but I got to say, people like the jacket.
They do.
You know?
They said you looked. Dylan said you looked thin.
I had to, yeah.
You look tin.
I had to bring
you
it back
too
a little
tin.
bit.
You got to eat.
Yeah, I don't know.
What'd you do last night?
Well, playoffs yesterday. The Denver Patriots game I thought was pretty bad, pretty ugly.
I mean the weather.
The
weather was brutal.
a lot of missed field goals.
I called the Patriots, by the way.
Yeah, no, good. I mean, so did I. They were the favorites, so it's not a big shock.
I called them 2 months ago.
Backup quarterback. You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
to
right,
win the whole
cool.
thing.
All right. So So you think they're winning? You think they're winning the Super Bowl?
I do.
You might as well stick to it now. You
I
got
do.
this far.
I do.
All right. So I'll take the Seahawks just for fun.
Okay.
But I just want to give a shout out to Jonesy, one of the best bartenders in LA at State Social House. My bro Josh was there. We had a lot of fun. Big game. Rams couldn't close it. Couldn't finish off.
Is that why you look a little tired? Some heavy
I'm
pours
tired.
last night?
Do I look tired? Jesus.
A little heavy pour. What'd you drink?
I had a lot of drinks, man. I don't normally drink. I
what,
really don't.
What was the drink of choice?
Back to back to back to back, Jack and Coke.
4.
Yeah. Well, he just kept bringing them.
How'd you get home?
I ended up making it home just fine, Matt. Thanks for
Wow.
asking. What?
That is not good.
Dude, it's LA.
We need to stop doing
Ubered.
this.
I Ubered.
Okay, good.
Jesus.
Good. Good. A lot of water. Maybe throw the keys in the trunk. Then you can go home
Throw
later.
the keys in the trunk, and then how do you get them?
What are you talking about?
I'm always afraid my car's going to lock if my keys are inside.
Back in the day, I'm 37 now. In my 20s, when I was at Wisconsin as a college coach, we'd go out all the time. I was like an extended college for me. I was 25 years old.
God, drunk Matt would have been so fun. Yeah.
And we'd go out, and I wanted to drive home, but sometimes I knew I needed to wait a little bit. So I'd throw the keys in the trunk.
Sounds like a reliable plan.
Car was off, obviously, right? The keys in the trunk. I'm just sitting in the front seat, take a nap for an hour, wake up, good to drive home.
That's crazy. I love that you think that's a reliable plan. Someone needs to take those keys from you if you're really going to save yourself from yourself.
What are you talking about? And after an hour of hydrating in the car, and I'm maybe 2 hours.
For you. I'm not proud of the fact that when you live in LA, you get used to having to have a drink or two and be able to get around.
No, you got to Uber.
No, I'm saying in general.
Okay.
I'm saying in general, it's a hard city to. Uber does exist now. It's great, but it is a harder city. Always was a hard city to get around. Like New York, you can take a cab. Let's cut this whole.
You need an
fucking
Uber.
segment. Yes.
You need to Uber.
Uber. We're looking for sponsors.
You need to Uber. All right.
And apparently AA sponsors
Okay.
too.
You need to make the right decision. Okay, so let's get into our actual podcast now that we've talked about the downfalls of drunk driving or potential drunk driving.
Keep them coming.
This is a good segment too, like the Pickleball Slam, because I want to talk about it.
Okay, great.
Because Andre and James Blake against Jeannie Bouchard and Annalie Waters, that's in April. So Andre's got some training to do. I think I'm going to go to Vegas and do some more training with him, which is going to be awesome.
How's James Blake?
Very good and very fast.
Yeah,
so like
still in great shape.
I think if you're asking me like who's going to win this, like right now, I think it's the guys.
No way.
I
Against
really-
Annalie and who?
And Jeannie.
Oh,
So
Jeannie's
you
right.
have Jeannie against Andre in singles,
And Annalie can't take enough court.
and
to bail her out.
Annalie and James in singles, and then the doubles,
Gender doubles.
men against women.
And you're saying the men win.
I think Andre could beat Jeannie in singles. I really do.
Singles,
He's
fine,
so
but-
good. He's so good, and it's a Franklin ball.
Okay.
And Andre can pipe this ball, but it's going to be a really interesting match. And I think like the pickleball world, if they're thinking it's going to be a blowout for the women. They have another thing coming because Andre and James can play, and James can take a lot of court, and that I think that's going to be it's very even.
I love that, though. That's where I think this game is really going to benefit and take off, is when the betting starts to become thing and like really trying to understand the lines. But by the way, before I forget, if you need a drilling partner to go out there with you, I'm available.
We should go.
I would love to.
We
need to train too.
100%.
If we're gonna have this pod thing.
And I'm not even saying it this way. We want to do something where it's like it's Andre and James versus myself, who's more of like the guy player, or like an Anna Lee. I'm not saying I'm Anna Lee, clearly, right? But a bigger body can take more court, like she's going to do, and then my partner would have to be more like a Jeannie, like a female. So that could be more your role.
Why did I think he was going there with it?
I thought you would get that a little earlier.
By the way, Jeannie, first of all, gorgeous, great interview on the pickleball. Like Jeannie, I have so much respect for you. I remember hearing she was like famous for basically agreeing to a date. Somebody asked her out on a date like 4 years ago, and she went on a date with this guy. So Jeannie, Matt would like to take you out on a date.
I mean, I would, but she's dating someone right now.
Who?
She's dating. I heard someone. I think in finance.
Yeah,
6'5", blue eyes. Finance.
Yeah,
you know,
we want pickle. She wants a pickleball.
Jeannie is great.
You're stunning.
And
Jeannie.
but now she's heard that I've picked against her with Andre in singles.
I'll pick.
But but that's not like it's not a mean pick. Andre's really good.
All right, relax. Don't get all nervous. It's all right.
I'm a little
Jeannie,
nervous. Jeannie's great.
Jeannie, DM Matt. We'll figure this out. But
anyways, we should do a podcast from the Pickleball Slam, though. By the way.
Okay, when is that?
In April, in Florida.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll get you a room. I'll get you a room.
That'd be great. Rettenmaier is out in Florida, right? So that's one
the
thing.
Rattlesnake's in
Rattlesnake. That's such a cool name, man.
It's so sick.
Like, what would your cool nickname be?
Tardy McNasty, dog.
Yeah, but I'm talking like animal.
An animal.
Monkey.
The manatee, dog.
It's got to be an M. He's so literal.
The manatee.
Yeah.
That was I like penguins, like a killer penguin.
Moving on.
To at the PGA show. We're hopping all around.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Selkirk was there.
Selkirk.
Yola and Selkirk were the two big brands that were sponsoring both courts. Selkirk did one, Yola did the other.
Makes sense.
But Selkirk raised $30 million.
200 mil valuation.
That's what they said. Yeah. And what does that mean? It's a great question.
I mean, I think it means that there's serious money going into the sport, and I think that there's going to be strategy there for them to start using that capital to start buying up smaller brands or
but they
brands.
Dropped a bunch of their players. So what does that mean to you?
They're not focused on player contracts to endorse paddles as much as they are capturing market share.
Okay,
I think. Selkirk has always been omnipotent, or what's the word? Ubiquitous. They're just, they want to be everywhere in every club and every store. They're not as focused on player success.
Right.
They want the amateur market.
For sure.
They want everybody.
As does all these brands. This is an interesting question, and not why we started this topic, but it got me thinking. There's hundreds of brands. Can that be sustainable? And what's the goals of these smaller brands? Are they trying to create a business and a real company, or is it like, okay, we just want to make our own living and make $75,000 a year selling battles, and that's good enough for us?
Well, welcome to America, Matt. It's capitalism at its finest,
right?
And so you've got people that are in their garage just coming up, they're just being entrepreneurs, right? There is a barrier to entry with the UPA and $50,000 just to be able to enter your paddle in. But again, that's 1% of the paddles. You've got 99% of the people out there don't even know who the pros are, or 90% that are just playing at their clubs, that are at the villages, that are at the, and they're just playing 2.5 to 3.5 level. So if you have a good product and you have, the ability to distribute, it's anybody's game. So I think.
Yeah, no, if you look on the USAP site of, they're brands you've never heard of that are getting approved for
I don't know why. It's like cars. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of times the same thing's under the hood. It's just the branding.
Right.
So it's price point and it's economies of scale and marketing. So,
Okay.
we'll see.
All right, should we chat about this indoor national championship in Minnesota?
Yep.
All the players, I thought the turnaround was like insane personally, from going to Palm Springs, finish on a Sunday, you got to hop in the airplane on them and go to Minnesota. Everyone got sick.
So cold.
Everyone.
Yeah.
They were all like Gabe Tardio, Puking, Tyra.
Really?
Yeah.
And they still won?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I mean, they had to leave.
That's impressive.
So that match was a little bit. Federico Staksrud had some things to say online because he's like, you shouldn't be able to leave the court for 20 minutes because you're ill and then come back and actually win.
Before or after he lost to the 14-year-old?
That was after. So he had a rough week.
Yeah.
He had a rough week.
Nothing, no.
But I do agree. So Tardio took a timeout, ended up puking in the bathroom, was still gone, not feeling well, apparently getting towards the limit of this 15-minute timeout.
That is tough.
And then Diescu took a timeout, fake timeout, saying for his knee to give him more time.
Strategy. Is there a rule?
There is but
or is it subjective?
It's subjective at the moment.
I mean, look, I think at the end of the day, like, you got to give a little bit of grace. These are some of the best players in the world. What are you going to, at 15 minutes, say, that's it, you're done?
Yeah.
I think it's case by case. Listen, I would say that there is, if it's 15 minutes, there's going to be maybe an additional 5. And it sounds like he was within that. The Diescu, Paul, that was interesting. Right. If that's happening, then that's different. But, it happened, and Tardio and Diescu won, and Parris won singles.
Yeah, and her last singles match, apparently. These players can come in and out. She was pretty emotional after, saying, it really is my last match, and going out on top. I'm sure she'll come back. They're saying it's too physical on the body, 25 events a year, playing all 3. It's unfair to her partners if she's getting quarters, semis, and beyond in all 3 events, that she's not going to be fresh for doubles.
I don't hear Anna Lee saying that. I'm just saying that's fine. That's a personal choice. But to say that that's the reason, okay, but other people are doing it.
Right.
I love Parris. I love you, Parris. Congrats.
Parris is what, 27?
Yeah. I couldn't do it.
And Annalee's turning 19 next month.
Right,
so
but she's got 40 I mean, like, and you think she's going to get 10 more this year.
Oh, for sure.
So 18-year-olds get tired too,
Yeah, the body's a little different, though. It reacts differently at 19 than it does at 27, especially,
right.
Now,
but she might say majors, all the 4 big ones, she'll
maybe
play singles.
She'll play,
that's fine. But, to say that you're done playing singles altogether and you just won, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah. But won when Anna Lee wasn't in the draw.
Fair. And I want to say,
excuse me.
Congrats to Hunter Johnson.
Yeah.
Haworth may not have been at 100% health, you said, but still, Haworth is your pick at the end of the year. Roscoe's mine. Hunter's letting it be known. Don't forget about me, because he had basically had an issue with his legs the week before, and not that it was an excuse.
When he beat Roscoe and Haworth back to back.
Listen, that's a
big win.
That's the kind of route you have to take to win.
But if you're Chris Haworth, you made 2 finals in a row. You won one of them, and you're still in the lead.
Absolutely, he's still in the lead. Roscoe's nipping at his heels.
Nipping at the heels.
Keep it going,
Nip
Roscoe.
and tuck. Singles is so hit or miss for me. Like, it depends on the matchup. Like Jack Sock Haworth, Jack Sock Roscoe. Some of these matchups, like the Hunter Haworth final, especially like Haworth being a little sick, just like.
Yeah,
boring. It was done in 12 minutes. And that kind of brings us into, you had Camden Schifrin, who took out Federico Staksrud early. Then
14-year-old.
He took out Donald Young. Staksrud almost takes out Haworth. And this is someone that's been training with Haworth, very similar game styles. Haworth's just kind of a bigger version. Right. I think this kid's scary. Like, the angles he hits actually from the baseline are better than Haworth,
but not
and
as
some
much
others.
Pace.
He has, it came down to it. He lost 12-10 in the third. So you're talking like you're splitting hairs of why that match went one way versus another.
Crazy. Speaking of which, they've changed some rules a little bit. We talked about this once. Would it benefit to change the size of the court for singles? And they're doing that as an experimental thing for Challenger Series. They're going to make it 17 feet instead of 20 feet wide. What do you think about that?
I don't love it. Okay. I think I understand, I guess, what they're trying to do, and also it's just like a great PR talking point. Like, it's another Instagram post. It's another thing that Forbes could pick up. But no, we don't need to
longer
change
points?
the court. No, but first of all, like everyone can cover the kitchen line almost as is. It's hard to pass, and now we're going to make the court shorter
Women's, it'll be more interesting.
because they can come in more.
Yes, and I think that's the difference. It'll be more of a difference for women than men, but yeah, we'll see.
I think the knock on our sport is that it's not physical enough. And then we're going to make the court smaller now
I don't
for
think they're
singles
doing
is
it
crazy.
I don't think we're doing it for those people. I think, maybe they're just trying to see if there's a kick.
I'm always thinking about the haters.
Yeah.
So any decision that's made, I want to be like, all right, well, how is this going to affect that group of people that say we're not legitimate? And I don't like it. I think singles has gotten better in the last year on its own. Like the ball, the paddle, like it's more and more exciting. You're seeing better matches, and now, as it's the most exciting it's been in the last 5 years, now we have to make a change. That's
By the
weird. The Friday pickleball, we put a nice post out. They accepted our challenge to play them.
Yeah.
2 out of 3, but then it got I'm not worried about Friday pickleball, by the way. We're gonna kill them. But they're great people. Their level's just not as good as we are. It's just all that there is to it.
I love your confidence. Yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right. I don't know. I mean, there's how many of them are there? Because
there's like
Isaac,
9 million, but it doesn't count. Like
how
Kyle,
many players would they represent?
We're talking about their original crew. We're not talking about like Rachel Rohrbacher and Kyle
obviously.
Kazuda.
But is there two of them that we'd be playing, or do they have?
There's like Isaac and Jake, and then there's one more.
Okay, so there's potentially 3.
I'm saying Isaac and Jake.
Okay, great.
And that's like an 11-3.
Okay, we'll beat them. I really do think we do a podcast round robin. Can I tell you some thoughts that I have?
I'd love to hear them.
Okay. Thank you. I think, Travis and Graham would be great. Zane and Nico would be awesome. The Friday guys. And of course, we're still waiting to hear back from Roscoe and Jared. And I think there need to be rules that neutralize things a little bit.
Okay.
And I think no stacking.
Okay.
Right? So everybody has to sort of deal with that,
Right.
whether it's MLP style
So no stacking.
and it wouldn't be MLP style where one stays on the left and
No,
one
no,
stays
no.
on the right. I think you have to
play
engage.
straight up.
So how fun would it be to have to see Roscoe playing on the right?
Oh,
or
and
putting you on the right?
for
and
sure.
like, how many middles are you going to take with
sure.
the backhand, right? Also, a thought came to me while thinking about this. Nothing against lefties, okay? And Nico the lefty made me think of this. But as a right-handed player, oftentimes, and I have no problem playing right or left. I'm fine playing both. They have their pros and cons. But you don't see a lot of lefties comfortable on the left side.
No.
They tend to really only want to play right. Why is that? Why
In
is what I'm
practice.
asking. Lefties are great athletes just like righty. They can, they can be awesome. But what is it? Is it a two-handed dink? Forehand is, a two-handed backhand dink is tough for them to roll as a lefty.
I don't know. I would say I would you're allowed 2 stacks per game.
Fine, we can come up with specific
Right? Like
rules
there's
like that.
some specific rules to make it interesting. Like, okay, it's 9-all. Now we're gonna show our power formation.
Totally.
And
Yes,
do
you
something
get-
cool.
you get your-
Or, it's 9-all and you could, all right, I'm using my
One stack
my challenge shot, and Roscoe's gotta chug a beer before this next point.
Well, okay, great.
Right?
Stuff like that would
Right.
be great. And I also thought it'd be fun to do a pod breaker.
Okay.
First off, before I forget, Nico the lefty, any lefty out there, please weigh in and let us know, why do lefties seem to struggle on the left side? Right-handed folks can play right or left. Doesn't seem to be, a difficulty. So I guess I would just be curious to know that. Now back to our pod challenge fest.
Okay, pod challenge.
I think it would be interesting to have everybody have to play each of the other team members in singles for 2 points. One serve, one receive.
I did that in Vegas recently. We played obviously full 2 hours of doubles, but the last game, Ryan Sherry was like, let's do MLP singles.
Okay.
So it was myself and Alex the German. I forget Alex's last name, and I should know it, but he's awesome.
Alex
Great
the
player.
German.
Alex the German. Played college tennis. Great guy. Awesome dude. Against Andre Agassi and Ryan Sherry. So we played singles MLP format. So I got to play 2 points against Ryan, 2 points against Andre.
How'd you do?
Over a course of 20. First of all, I played great.
Okay.
I mean, because first of all,
Sherry's very good. That's his
yes,
specialty.
but I was getting him in singles.
You were?
Yes.
Like, you think you can beat him in singles, or like that sample size?
I don't know. In the sample size, I think I can hang, but that was after 2 hours of doubles. Everyone's tired. I handled myself well across that whole
Okay.
Sample size. That's all. All I can speak to.
All right. So you're not saying you could beat him. You're
No,
saying
I'm not.
you can hang.
I can hang.
You were impressed.
I mean,
how was Andre at singles?
Andre's great.
Like better at singles than doubles. It's a totally different skill set.
Totally different skill set. First of all, he's very good at doubles now. He's going to be a right side guy in the Pickleball Slam.
5'5" or 5'0".
Yeah. No, he's in the fives for sure.
Okay.
As much fun as it was playing against him in a singles point.
Right.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
When I'm off the court and then I get to see him play against someone else in those 2 points before I'm back in, that's just as fun. And why?
Sure.
Because I get to see the Andre back in, boom, open court line, and it was like a smaller version of what I saw for 20 years
Jeez,
on the tennis court.
so
It was identical, the mannerisms, the movement, and that's the cool part. And then getting to analyze with him, after that of his strengths both in singles and doubles is awesome because he's a very analytical guy.
Yeah.
He really wants to know every detail of how he can get better. And like, dude, his forehand speed up, that's going to be like very dangerous when him and
bounce?
yes,
And he plays with a Yola?
of course,
Okay.
Had the Agassi Yola.
Yeah.
The
His
Agassi
own
Yola.
line.
And you saw Kate Fahey just did a commercial with him.
Yes,
She's Team
that was
Agassi.
that was very Bird Johnson-esque back in the day,
The PGA show, I'm with like Eric Decker walking around. Eric Decker, Broncos wideout, who's 10-year
Good pickleball
brilliant,
player, right?
Great.
Great.
Yes,
Okay.
very athletic.
Obviously.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
But we're walking around the PGA show, which is a 1 million square foot of space. It's basically the biggest trade show in golf. Also has racket sports, all that stuff now. But he's getting recognized, left, right, and center. And then I was leaving the Yola area after the PGA event, and someone comes up to me and they're like, "Can we get a picture with you? Like, we watch all your stuff on Pickleball TV. And I'm like, your face, like, it was in my group chat. This guy was excited to take a picture with you, and I told him, I was like, anytime someone asks me for a picture, I think they're fucking with me. Like, I think it's like,
Unless you're at a pickleball tournament.
no, even then, I'm like, who around the site just like put you up to come to ask me for an autograph
still
or a picture?
struggling with his fame. He's still like, it's what is it, imposter syndrome, right?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets bigger, it'll never make sense.
This is a great prank for us down the road, Patrick.
No, like everyone, I'm always like,
Yeah.
"Are you kidding me?" And then like, I guess I shouldn't say that because some people are like serious, and then they want like an autograph or a picture, and I shouldn't be like, "Are you? Who put you up to this?"
Right.
Like I should be sincere.
Yeah, you should own it a little bit.
Yeah. But
All right.
that was cool.
That's great.
It was a cool moment.
Yeah, that's
Anyways,
great, man. You said Travis Rettenmaier.
Well, yeah, so Travis saw our latest podcast when we talked about the OnlyFans player who turned down $100,000.
Travis could be a great OnlyFans guy.
Well, no, he was wondering who it was, and I
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, he's like, first time listening to your pod because I wanted to see this OnlyFans piece. He goes, first of all, I love Adler.
Oh, really?
He loved you. He goes, he's hilarious. You guys
Wow.
have great
Thanks,
chemistry. So shout out to Travis. Maybe Travis is our player of the week just
Dude,
because
Travis, I would love to get a beer with that guy. He
He's the
seems
best.
like he's fucking cool as shit and just real and raw.
He's the
and
rattlesnake,
smart.
and
Yeah.
he's a good person that does right by others. So if you're good to Travis, he's going to be good to you. I won't tell his story about what he did for someone recently that got them a job, but he went out of his way and didn't have to do something, and someone that's in my life too benefited from it. So
All right.
Travis, great guy, but he did say that, by the way, him and Graham would kick our ass.
Well, if Graham's a 5'5",
It's gonna be tough. He said Graham's a 5'6" right side player.
Jesus.
Yes. Happy birthday, my dad yesterday.
79?
Late
All right.
70s, doing well. I took him to the cheese store when they were in town,
Nice.
and I
remember.
was like, "You're gonna love this," and they're like, "Nah, it's just a salad." Like they didn't want the sandwich because they didn't want the bread, and the salad. I was like, "How's the salad?" It's just a salad. Like they don't care about.
They love Nate and Al's when they're here. My folks.
Yeah,
They're
that would-
delis.
yeah.
Delis. They love delis.
I gave an idea to the brand that I'm talking that I signed with about really trying to capture the junior audience first.
Right.
And I think that's going to be the most important thing. I'm not going to share it on the podcast until that really comes out and that plan's rolled out. But I think the junior market, like especially from tennis, when I was a 10 or 12-year-old kid, that first racket that's put in your hand that you really fall in love with and feel a connection to the brand, that's when you're really captured for the rest of your career.
Oh, yeah.
At 16, 18 years old, it's not as meaningful to you anymore, but you really gain that brand loyalty and trust as a kid. So they really need to go after the junior audience.
The difference between pickleball right now and tennis, I imagine how quickly these models are evolving and the rules and what they're testing the limits. So it's a little crazy, I think, that people are expected to spend $280 every 3 to 6 months.
And they're doing it, yeah.
They're doing it. And look, we're in the retail business over at SMBC, and I think that, look, that's why you've got some of the market being these cheap imitations. As long as it's working, fine. But I don't think there's been a sport like it where you're constantly having to buy new paddles.
Right.
People say like, oh, well, golfers spend so much money. It's like, no, they don't change up their clubs that often. Maybe a new driver.
Golfers it's crazy, that market though.
It is.
People
golf will sell.
if you go to these country clubs, like the adults are always, the older. My parents are. Maybe I should get a new a putter. Maybe I need a new
that's
grip.
a different market, right? That demographic is way more affluent, and I think pickleball is way more democratized, and you've got everybody. So there are people in the pickleball market that will spend, and have the disposable income, and then there's plenty that are like, I can't keep, or they don't play enough to justify it. But golf, I feel like, is a very specific.
It is, for sure. But I think people in pickleball have more money than you think.
Well, again, if you're looking at certain segments.
Yeah, but if you go, people are willing to spend on it. They care about their paddles. You go to Erie, Pennsylvania. I see people spending on new paddles and new shoes, and maybe they're not going to spend as much as on the membership, or they're going to cut costs on the court fees. But on equipment, you see people buying.
When's the last time you paid for a paddle, Matt?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Must be nice.
I've been very lucky that I have not had to pay for paddles. I have not had to pay for shoes, for clothes.
It's like, you know what they say? The celebrities in this town, they never have to pay for dinner. It's the ones that don't need the free stuff get it.
Last week, we alluded to my lunch with you and your parents.
Oh, yeah.
At the Bel-Air Hotel, or Hotel Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a great lunch. First of all, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Well,
was there any trepidation from like, were they excited that I was coming?
Yeah, I think everybody was excited to meet you. They invited you. They wanted to meet you. They know we're doing this podcast. The post analysis was, what a sweet guy. The head of hair is real. It was fun. It was good. We all ordered the same thing, which was weird. The Nancy Reagan salad. Look, it was tough menu.
It was a good salad. I would have liked double the portion. Twice the Nancy Reagan.
You're such a fast eater too. It's amazing.
I know. I felt bad.
But you can't help yourself.
I can't. That was slow.
My dad is a very slow eater.
So slow.
I'm sort of in between. You're the fast eater.
Was he ever a fast eater?
No. He's always eating like that.
Because my dad slowed down on his food, and he used to eat like me.
Wow.
Like maybe faster.
You're like a mini. Yeah.
Although my dad says I'm like,
you're the fastest eater I've ever seen.
But I tried, that's the thing, in that setting, I was trying to slow down. I was like, all right, I'm going to take
slow down.
3 bites at a time. And I looked up and everyone's got like half a Nancy Reagan left. And,
and the breadsticks were great.
Insane.
That little thing with the garlic butter.
It was a garlic butter croissant.
Like a roll.
Cinnamon roll shape.
No, but cinnamon,
croissant. No, but
yes.
It was in the shape of a cinnamon roll, garlic butter croissant.
Delicious, yes. And it was excellent, but that menu bothers me because it's so specific.
It's limited.
And there was a ton of caviar on there, and you're like, we're not getting caviar.
My take, I loved your parents.
What was your take, Matt?
Your dad was great. It's honestly very similar to my folks.
Okay.
Your dad's more quiet.
Yeah.
Passionate about what he's passionate about. Really, and he loves the arts. He's like a Renaissance man. And I think my dad is very similar. Like, enjoys. He's not going to be the guy that's going to go drink at the bar and watch the game. My dad enjoys.
Not your classic guys.
My dad enjoys like everything else in life a lot more than
theater,
those things. Yes,
movies.
Yes, playing the piano.
Wow.
He was a doc. Like he enjoys a lot of other things.
All right. And my mom.
And then your mom is like all the energy in the world, which is very similar to my mother.
Yes, our moms would probably have a great time bowling together.
Yes.
I get a lot from my mom, who's also been very active on social media lately. And she just doesn't know what she's doing half the time.
Of course
so
not.
she's liking, she's commenting, and they don't always make sense.
Well, and a lot of times they think they think what we post is, since they see it, that we posted it just for them.
They think it's a direct message.
Right. They're like, we saw what Jason sent to us. And it's like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that we send that to the world.
We
Everyone but why? And then they go, but why am I seeing it then? Well, no, everyone's seeing it. And they have no clue. So
We should do a call-in section to our mothers.
yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe that's a disaster.
But your mom had so much energy and pizzazz, and it's still, you could tell everything's firing. There's a business mind there too. It's pretty. The Jewish mothers know what they're doing in
love
life,
my
and
mom.
it's we're products of that for sure.
Yeah, and I always said she would do the complinsult, which is a compliment followed by an insult right away, which is very much Jewish neuroses and what it's like to have one of those.
And the funniest, I guess, we'll end. Your kids were there too, which was great. Noah had a blast.
Yeah.
But it was funny because I was wearing, and we can get these pictures for the pod. I was wearing jeans that were the exact color of the lounge chairs that were at the pool, like identical, like absolutely identical. I blended in, and then as we were walking out, the carpet was the exact match of my sweater. So
we got pictures.
Yeah, Hotel Bel-Air.
That jacket kind of.
This jacket matches too. I guess I like I like my greens.
Yeah.
But it was great. Yeah, the Nancy Reagan. It was funny. So Adler ordered. He said, "What's the? I think I'm about getting the. I think I'm gonna get the Nancy Reagan salad." And I go, "You would get the Nancy."
Yeah.
And your dad thought that was a funny joke.
It was, and yet you ended up doing it,
and I
so
ordered
did
the
he.
we
We all
one.
got it. So it was nice. It was good, and I look forward to the lunch with your parents.
Yep. When they come, you'll be there. Yeah. Anyway, well, that's another episode of Certified McNasty. We had a blast. Follow along wherever you get your podcast. Follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, all of it. Follow Adler even. We'll be back next week.
Come follow me. You never know what's going to happen.
Certified McNasty.